It is Tuesday morning, September 19, 2023. It's about a little after 11. We're on the Los Robles overpass, the 210. It doesn't look too bad. This is where the parade was taking place. Actually, it was going up further past Orange Grove where the school is, and it started coming down this way. I was talking to one of my fellow younger co-workers who works really close with the community and the community youth and everything. Really impressive young man. I totally adore and dig that kind of shit when I meet wherever I move to, any kind of city or town or wherever, that I meet a younger person that is heavily involved in activities like that. And his is parks and recreation and sports. This young man is into baseball. Several of my coworkers are into baseball. Really, the one kid, he's dreams of becoming, major completely. So, he's talking about camp and everything and looking for the best place. And he's been to Florida, and he's told me about his camp out there that he's been to and stuff like that. And playing games. Oh, man, he was just, his whole, like, you see me all happy. He was just like talking about it so passionately, It's really cool. I love talking to them, especially when we don't have any downtime, or when we have downtime, or we're just a few minutes in between theater cleans. And yeah, it's nice to hear. It's very refreshing and very reassuring, especially when every time I wake up in the morning and I turn on the news and all I hear about this. I'm kind of going over this and trying to segue over the two young boys that ran over a police officer from behind in a stolen vehicle that was going around town, I guess, presumably, and this is allegedly still. They were going around, I guess, causing havoc and destruction and stuff like that. And the final straw was when they were they had spotted someone on a bicycle riding on the right side of the street, close to the shoulder, like you're supposed to be doing. And I'll link the one YouTuber that I follow that talks about this. He can explain it and put it more eloquently and a lot nicer than I can, most certainly. But you can see at the point where society, and especially a lot of folks, for us on the right, that are just tired of this. It's unnecessary, and the hypocrisy screams more than anything else. It just outshadows whatever crime, sometimes it seems, But yeah, they struck this guy, and they were laughing, and it sounded like one of them said to the other, "Are you ready?" And he's like, "Okay." And then just within seconds after he said that, they struck this man, and all you hear is a thunk, and they're all kind of like laughing and stuff, and they're videotaping this. I think they Instagrammed it. I'm not too sure. Again, presumably, if at all. And subsequently, the man died. So they caught the driver, from what I heard on the news as the update, but they're still looking for the passenger. But one other commentator on YouTube said that never mind, yeah, because they want to triumph for as adults. And the fact is that, yeah, okay, I understand. And she brought up a good point. For those of you that are On the left, you probably won't be surprised, Liz Wheeler. Moreover, what about the parents? What does this say? This is only a learned behavior. This is not a behavior that you grow up and you're going to all of a sudden get a malicious thought in your head. Hey, let's go play Grand Theft Auto and strike down and cause havoc in a stolen car. No, 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 no. That is not something that someone randomly does out of nowhere, just for pure shits and giggles. This is a learned behavior, either from school and society or at home. That's it. And it's true. It really is true. So, come on. I'd say it's a hodgepodge of everything from that case. And especially if you're a parent, how are you not going to see any kind of an action or indifference that your child's doing, and their attitude and their mean, and if they're acting mean and disrespectful to you parents, then can you imagine what they're doing out there in society and or with their friends? So we're right here. This is where they were turning right on the parade route this weekend. This is Walnut and Los Robles. We are south on Los Robles. This, I just now noticed, I don't come down here very often. This was kind of my residence for almost 5 years, so I'm pretty familiar with this. Beautiful church. I used to kind of like live around here. But this used to be Presbyterian church. This was a Presbyterian church, a unity church, and all acceptance church, right? It was really cool. It was really nice. It's beautiful inside, by the way. We're gonna have to go. But now I notice it's changed. God, I love our buildings out here. Oof. And just so you'll know that, no, it's not a facade. There's some weathering damage, so you see that. Roses are, oh, so beautiful. It is now the Providence Christian College. It's beautiful, though. One of my older buddies and I think within like the first year and a half or so that I was out here in the streets, I was sleeping down here. Some of us were actually sleeping down here for a while, off and on. I occasionally would make this one of my night safe spots when things were getting kind of sketchy around over there. But I used to over here. Plus, not to mention, there used to be, that is, a spigot. So I used to shower down here, and my other buddy and I, especially, oh my God, during the summertime, we'd come over here and we'd take showers and stuff. And we even had a place where we'd hide like our towels, because they're towels, they're wet. And also, you know, they're just wet. Can't carry them around, you can't fold them up. They're gonna get all stinky and moldy and musty. So what homeless people do is that they will find a kind of a tree like this, or a taller tree, you know, like a shrub tree, I guess they call them. Shrubbery. But they kind of stick it in there. You stick it within the tree, you kind of spread it out and let it dry, and then come back in a couple hours, and yeah, you know, tricks of the trade, right? Tricks of the trade. How? We come down here and down there, and it was so cool and chill, and we cleaned up and everything. But then after a while, there were some folks, there was actually one lady that kind of had moved in me frequenting there and staying there. And then they started doing some, I think, retrofitting within the church, and remodeling or doing something. But they had some construction gear down there, and then some like wood and paneling, and so there was another guy that moved in, was kind of sleeping down there, but he was urinating and he was defecating back there, and that put a quick kibosh on it. They ended up capping up the spigot, and it's like, oh man, they messed it up. But shit happens, you know. It's just like, all you can do is just bitch, grope, just go and get pissed off. And we got Lucky Boy. I'm trying to see if my friends are working. That is Lucky Boy. This is the newest one on Walnut. It's about 10 years old, I believe now. This is the second location to the original on Arroyo Parkway. This is Oakland and Walnut, and this is Fuller Seminary's beautiful property. It's Fuller Seminary. There is a prayer chapel in there. I've talked about this before in the past. I'm gonna try and see if I can't find one of my older videos, if it's still online. But there's a beautiful prayer chapel in there. It's just really, really beautiful. I'd sometimes go in there. But moreover, on the other side, there used to be a casting, a metal casting, I think a bronze casting, depicting Christ post, I think, oh no, being nailed by the 2 Roman soldiers. I know this is going to be horrific to some, but honestly, you have to put that aside and look at it. It's just a beautiful depiction of the moments of Christ being, I mean, he's the top of the cross is laid up on it's kind of laid up on a rock at an angle, with the bottom on the bare ground, on the dirt ground, and the 2 soldiers are looking. I think one is kind of kneeled over, I think it was with the hammer, and the other one's kind of leaned over, and there's the there's, oh, such a bad cast, like I can't remember what the heading is on top. That's there, and you can see his one hand already nailed, and the other hand is in the position to be spiked, and you can see the look on their faces is one of mixed. It seems like to me, the way I take it, we all take art differently, correct? So the look of the faces of the 2 soldiers was one of uncertainty, which I don't know if that is the final moment or if that was actually the final thoughts or the thoughts of the artist. But either way, you should kind of think that maybe there is a possibility, uncertainty, and the look on Christ's face, and pain and angst, but with a look of, I must do this. I'm confidence, I guess, is what I'm trying to relate. But yeah, this used to be a nursing college. I think prior to the lockdown, I think it was already on its way out, or was it receiving accreditation? I can't really remember. So many things have faltered here in Pasadena in the past several years. So this was bought and it was turned into this. This was kind of in the works during the lockdown, I believe, and like everything else, it was halted and delayed. But this is what it's looking like. There's 24-hour fitness and an eatery over here, which was the collegiate restaurant of the former Cordon Bleu establishment here that was actually based here in Pasadena. And if you all remember when they lost their accreditation, they have so many, well, they had, excuse me, past tense, they had so many properties here that they were leasing and owned, that was part of the whole loss and everything else, and buildings. And part of the lower building over here for the Cordon Bleu was a restaurant, which was to teach, I think, some of the graduating, or I don't even know really how much all was entailed. But look, yeah, it looks nicer. It certainly looks nicer now. Hopefully they'll retain some earth tone like features. But it's not so bad. It definitely looks better than the ones that are closer to my house, which is just white and black boxes and everything. But yeah, it was pretty. God, so much shit has changed. This is a 24-hour fitness. I don't know if they still do, but I think so, from what I can see now ahead of me. A lot of homeless utilize this. This is the original Pasadena Star News building. Pretty beautiful, huh? The press used to be downstairs. I believe it was a Goss Community Press. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put a couple of links down below of some YouTube videos of a couple of the presses that I've worked on. Well, Mainly the one that I got my start in, but yeah. This is Oakland in Colorado. It's Tuesday, so they're handing out food. 11:30. I hope this burns off. It was so nice yesterday. And now it's all gloomy again. But temperature-wise, it's not too bad, actually. Won't something ever take the place of Gelson's? Or the Rose on the other side? Oh, they got something going on over here. Ooh. Oh, they got a camera rig and stuff. Right over there. He's got a big-ass gimbal. Now I see. I love this. It's so cool. All right. Wi-Fi and ice tank. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Vietnam. And we are done. Simple, beautiful, wonderful little 5 hours.
I'm gonna walk up.
Yeah, not much. I know, but better than sitting at home listening to you know who yell or walking aimlessly, unemployed, frustrated, trying to be happy and making content for you folks. I can do it, but it's not fulfilling. Rather put in 5 little hours, make some money, walk out and do a little bit for you folks than the latter. So, than the former. Had a good talk and good chatting on my shift with one of my co-workers, a budding young director working in the movie industry, and a couple of, I love talking to these kids. It's such fucking encouragement. It really is. Which towards the end, kind of when I was working at Target, some of the older folks said, ooh, look. Ooh. Some of my former younger folks that were leaving and stuff, and especially during the lockdown. I know that some of them, I can see their progress and stuff, and they're doing great. Others lost touch, and I just hope that they were doing what they were going to do. And I always tell my co-workers that when we're done with the conversation and clocking out and saying bye, going, all right, Charlie, good wrap. Yeah, well, fuck, I love talking with you guys. Just make sure you do it. I promise you I'll do it. If you don't, your dad's gonna kick your ass or I'm gonna kick your ass. They laugh. Serious, man. I don't know. Kind of a surrogate father type of thing, especially since I don't have my kids. Yeah, I think so. A little chillier this evening, but wonderful evening. Those folks were coming back from Crossroads selling clothing. They don't really give you much of a value. But if you're desperate enough and in need, I guess it's better than stealing. Let's check out Mercantile Alley, see if anything's here. Ooh, Lucky Baldwin's.
I've seen almost every Seinfeld episode that ever was, but like it was so long ago, I don't remember all of them, but I saw it.
Every Psycho episode? I like this right here. This whole area. Make for a great photographic compo. This whole area back here is just exquisitely photographic. $35er, the Gastro. Love this alley. Not that age has anything to do with it. I know most 21 years old and over that are just childlike anyway. Ooh, piñata, a taco piñata.